Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today we will discuss one problem from LeetCode, that is unique paths, and the problem number is 62. So the problem statement is saying there will be one grid given to you which is m cross n grid, where m is the row size and n is the column size, as you can see from the picture. And one robot will be placed at the starting point. Okay, this robot have to reach to the finish point, which is just the opposite corner, and the robot can only move right side or down side. Now you have to tell total in how many paths it can move from the start point to the finish point. That we have to give it as an answer. Here take one example to understand it more. So here I have taken one 3 cross 4 board. Okay, so 3 is the row size and 4 is the column size. Now the robot is in the corner and we have to move it to the another corner. The movement allowed is either right side or the down side. Now, how many ways we can move from this point to this point? One path can be totally went to the right side, then came down. This is a possible path. Or maybe total downside, then right side. This is also a possible path. Then we can do like this. Or maybe we can move like this. Maybe this one also is a possible path. Then we can go to another path. Okay, starting from this. So in this way, so many paths are possible, right? So we have to identify total how many way we can move from this starting point to the finish point. Now the question is this, like how we can solve this problem or how we can approach this problem. So as it is a big problem, can we divide it into a small problem and then analyze like what way we can proceed? So what we assume is that our end point will be this one, this corner. So let's place this corner to here and then check like what is the result. So I am placing this corner like 2 3 places and I will calculate what will be the result. So suppose assume that these are the places one endpoint can be possible. Now we have to check for the path. So I'm just changing the color. Now if my endpoint is this one, how I can reach from start to end? So from start to end, how many ways we can go? Only this way I can go. So only one path is possible. Now from starting from this point to this point, if my end point is this one, how I can traverse? That is also one way only. And if my end point is this one, how many ways we can visit from start to end? That is also one way. Now let's check for the other one. This one. So if my end point is this one, how I can go there? Only one path is possible, because only right and down method is we can apply. So I can't go like this, right? Because left movement is not allowed. So from here to here only one possible path is there, that is one. Same for this also. Now from here to here how I can come? Only one path, right? So what we can observe from here is if my starting point and end point they are in same row or same column, then only one way we can move. So we can denote it as a point. For row 1 and column 1, all values will be 1, because if my starting point and end points in the same row or same column, then only one way we can go there. Now let's check for another point which is not part of like same row or same column. So if my end point is this one, how I can come here? One way is like this and one way is like this. So total two way I can come here. But if you observe, what is this 2? This 2 is just addition of this two value, the top one and the left side value. So 1 and 1 when I added, that time also I will get 2. And here if you check from start to end, there is only two ways possible. Now if this point is my end point, suppose this point is my end point. how I can come here? You can check for the top value, that is 1, left value is 2. So summation of them will be the result. So from here, if I have to reach here, so that time only 3 paths are possible. One is like this, one is like this, and one is like this. So if you now check how many came from top, so from top only one way came. That's why I added 1. And from left side, how many paths came? One is this path and another one is this path. So left side, 2 path came. So total 2 plus 1, 3 path I can reach from start to end. So now this way I have to complete the full 2-dimension array. Let me erase few areas, then it will be more visible. So if I erase few, then I can start in a good shape. So as I have mentioned, all will be 1 here because they are first row or first column. Then I have to add 1 and 1, this will be 2. Then 2 and 1 I have to add, this will be 3. 3 and 1 I have to add, that will be 4. This 4 means if my end point is here, then total 4 way we can come from here to here. Same for 2 plus 1, I have to mention 3. 3 plus 3, it will be 6 here, and 6 plus 4, it will be 10 here. And 10 is my end destination. So total 10 way you can come from the start point to end point. So this will be our answer. So this is the way we have to solve this problem. Now few points to note here before writing the code. So we need to create a DP array. DP means dynamic programming, where we need the memoization technique, right? So because how I came to this point 10, before that I have some pre-calculated value, right? Then only I able to came here. So this whole structure we have to maintain somewhere. That's why we need a 2D DP array where we can calculate and store, and at the end we will get the final result. Next, for a particular cell, apart from this one and this one, apart from the first one or the first column, what formula we have to apply? So in this point, suppose in this point I have to calculate the value dp of I comma j. There I have to add which one? dp of I minus 1 j, this one, and dp of I j minus 1. So these two we have to add together to get this value. So that is the formula for this. dp of ij equal to dp of I minus 1 and j, and dp of I j minus 1. Now what is the time complexity for this? So to solve this problem, obviously outer like for loop will maintain the row part and the inner for loop will maintain the column part. So we have to run it m into n time. So that's why the time complexity will be omn. And the space complexity will be, to maintain this DP array, it will also require a mn space. So the space complexity will be O of mn. Now the question is that, can we reduce the space complexity a bit? Do we have to maintain a full 2D DP array in this case? No. You can take one normal array also with number of column, or maybe number of row, whichever is smaller. So let's take a array which has same number of elements as the column length. Now instead of maintaining all these values, we can keep on updating this one, right? So initially all will be 1 1 1 1. Here you can see, right, first one. Then when the second row will come, that time initial value will be 1 because this row everything will be 1. Then what we can do is the current value I can add with the previous one. So I have to remove this, and this one will become 2. Then I have to add 2 plus 1, that will be 3, and 3 plus 1 will become 4. So I am updating in the same array itself. So this row is done. Now for the third row, what we have to do is, we have to, this part will be fixed, then we have to add 2 plus 1, then it will become 3. And we have to add 3 plus 3, that will become 6. Then we have to add 6 plus 4, that will become 10. So 1, 3, 6, 10. So this part is also done. So if I remove this, it will be more clear. So this is the way also we can get the answer. So no need to take the full 2D DP array, like in a single DP array also we can form. So that will be the that time the space complexity will be O of n or O of m. You can take the minimum of them. Now just check for the program. So here is the program for that. So the input is m and n. So I have just defined the other technique where actually the time complexity will be O of n instead of O m n, where I have to take a 2D array. So I have just defined a DP array of length n, and then I am iterating this row wise, and inside that I am iterating over the columns. And if the I value is 0 or j equal to 0, that time dp of j, the position will be 1, or else dp of j will be dp of j minus 1, the previous one, plus the current value, that is dp of j. And after doing this, whatever will be the last value, so that is the n minus 1 value, that we have to return as an answer. So if we submit now, so it is submitted. Thanks for watching.